Hello, my name is Chris Woodpan. I'm the owner of Ink and Film Studios, and I am working with Hero Time to make a bunch of videos to help you get your products ready for print. This episode is going to cover guides. Guides are basically guides and rulers that you can snap on your documents, and they work in both Illustrator and Photoshop. However, they do work differently. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend a minute in Photoshop and then a minute in Illustrator just to kind of go over some of the basics on how you're going to use guides to help set up your artwork and make sure you're ready for print. So let's hop into Photoshop. So here's our document and it's all set up. It has our lines for bleed, for safety margin, and also for the card itself. Guides, basically the easiest way to get a guide is to grab one from the edge here on the ruler and then slide it in. If you don't see your ruler, a Control R will show the ruler and hide it. Also, if you ever right click on the ruler, you can change the settings of your document real quick. If you want to set it up in millimeters, but your brain only thinks in inches, like mine, then you can use it right here. Dragging down a guide, you can see here that it's just going to kind of slide around, and then you just got to kind of have to get it in right where you want it. And this is good for bleeds and things because you're not too concerned with exactly how precise it is. If you want to get precise, what we can do is we can come to View and we can do New Guide, and it's going to bring up a dialog that literally will ask how far you want to set that in position, and its position is relative to the ruler. So if you want to set a vertical guide at 20 millimeters, then it will set a guide at 20 millimeters in from the edge of the document. Now, if you're ever bringing a guide down and you realize, oops, I want to have a vertical guide, you can just hit Alt and it will switch it to a vertical guide. Now, at some point, you may have too many guides and they may be very confusing, in which case you can just simply grab them and drag them off. And if you drag them completely off, they go away. And how you drag them is just with the Move tool, which is up here, the little four-way arrow or V on your keyboard. There's one little trick within Photoshop that we can do that's pretty cool. You can lock the guides. Once you kind of get them in place, if you're moving things around a lot and you have a lot of tight guides, you can simply lock them in the View panel. The other thing here is I have Snap turned on. You can see here that as I drag it to the center of the document, Photoshop knows where the center is and it'll doink right into place, okay? So that's called Snap when it wants to do that. See, I just did it right there, doink. So now I'm in the center of the document. One quick way to make guides that's pretty handy is if you make a shape using the Shape tool. You can't use other objects and things like that. It needs to be a shape. You can simply drag out a shape. All right, and then if you go to View and New Guide from Shape will give me shapes, give me a guide around every side of that shape. So that's guides in Photoshop. Very easy. We talked about how to add them, how to remove them, and drag them off if you want to get rid of them. They get in your way, whatever. So let's move over to Illustrator because they handle guides just a little differently. Now, guides in Illustrator, if I turn on my rulers, same shortcut. This is why I like using all of one type of product. You can see that my rulers appear and look, they behave exactly the same way. I just drag these around. Here's where things get different. If I select everything and want to move it, notice my guide comes with. All right, now that can be a huge pain or that can be super helpful. But I like to point it out because it is a huge difference in the way that Photoshop handles it. So if we look over here on our layers panel, you can see here that I have two individual items in this layer called guide. So they actually behave just like another element that I can select and then move around. What do you do with guides in Illustrator? What I do, and is a best practice, is I go down here, I make a new layer, and I put my guides in that layer, and then I just call that layer guides. That way, if I want to lock the guides, I can just toggle this little button on the layer panel, and that will actually lock the guides down. But it's also very important for aligning things. because now you know that whenever you go to type text on this guide, all right, if I go to start typing text somewhere else, that I can make sure that those are lined up. So guides are hugely important for making sure that your artwork can stay lined up across every one of your items. All right, so that's guides in a nutshell. Guides are a key component to making sure your artwork is going to stay lined up and consistent across all of your boards. For Photoshop, guides are pretty straightforward. Remember to drag them down from rulers using the Move tool. If you don't have rulers, use that Control R key. And then if you want to get rid of a guide, just drag it and fling it off the board and it's gone. Illustrator is a little different. Guides behave almost like an object, so you'll need to create separate layers that you can put your guides in. That way they can stay put. So there you have it. I hope that helps. We're going to dive into color coming up next. It's going to be a big string of episodes dealing with colors and why you think a color is one thing on screen, but it is not when we get to print. There are many reasons, and we're going to dive deep in that. So check out that one next time.